To name it is to neutralize it. If we can't name it, if we can't label it, speak it, remember it, we can't heal it. The moment that you call something trauma, it loses some of its power to confuse you. Hi, my friend, and welcome to the Bounce Back Black Woman podcast. I'm Dell, and with God's help, I've overcome some of the toughest trials in life that I could ever have imagined. Do you find yourself struggling to move beyond a heartbreak or a hardship, asking God, why me? Well, I'm here to help women just like you heal and build the resilience to overcome life's greatest trials. If you long for joy and confidence again, this podcast is for you. So grab your headphones and those hardships. Let's talk. Hi, friend. Welcome back to Bounce Back Black Woman. I'm so happy to have you back with us. And if you've been with us for the past 5 episodes, you have made it. Because this is the final episode in our trauma series. Over the past few weeks, we've unpacked what trauma really is, the different types of trauma, how it shows up, and how it can make us often question our own worth. But today, we're reframing something really big. Because somewhere along the way, the word trauma became something that we have to whisper, or something that feels really heavy, clinical, or sometimes even shameful. And I want to say this right off the bat. Trauma is not a 4-letter word. It's not bad. It's not dirty. It's not dramatic. It's not something that you need to be ashamed of. It is simply the language that our society and your soul and nervous system use to say, that was too much for me, or that was too fast for me, or that was too long for me. You see, naming it isn't a weakness. Labeling it trauma doesn't make you weak or make you a victim. It's actually wisdom, because it's where healthy begins. Healthy can pick up where trauma leaves off. I remember sitting alone one evening after I had moved cross country, post-divorce, and the second one at that, post-chaos, post-surviving COVID, post-everything. The boxes were half-packed. They were everywhere. My playlist was on low. And for the first time in what felt like forever, I felt like I could finally exhale. It wasn't that everything was fixed. I mean, I had a long journey ahead of me in a new state, in a new town, to make new friends. I was far from it. Trust me, I was far from everything being fixed. My life was still kind of in pieces. But that breath that I took at that moment felt different. It felt like the first moment that I really, really realized I am safe enough to rest now. Healthy didn't look like pretending that I'd never been hurt or that I hadn't been through it. Healthy looked like learning to live well with what I've lived through. And in that moment, I whispered, my God, I don't want to keep running from my story. Teach me how to heal from it. And that prayer became the seed for this series, for this very podcast, many years later. And honestly, it became the seed for this next season of my entire life. So here's what I've learned living on the other side of surviving. Healing is not a destination. It's not somewhere that you just magically arrive at and can say, I'm healed. It is a daily choice, a daily decision. And so I thought I'd take this episode and share 5 truths that have helped me move forward that quite possibly and quite probably will help you too. Number one, to name it is to neutralize it. If we can't name it, if we can't label it, speak it, remember it, we can't heal it. The moment that you call something trauma, it loses some of its power to confuse you. And many of you know what I'm talking about when I say confuse you, because we second guess. We go over and over in our minds thinking, was it really that bad? No, it wasn't really that bad. Yes, it felt that bad. Did it really happen that way, or am I embellishing it? It begins to confuse you in your own head. And then that shakes your confidence to really own what happened and then be able to neutralize it. The number two thing that has helped me move forward is to know that to feel it is to free it. Emotions are messengers. They send signals from our heart to our mind and back to our bodies. But they're not enemies. Tears are not a setback, my friend. They are not something to be ashamed of. They are not something that indicates that you are soft or weak or over-emotional. Tears are actually data. They are cleansing. They are your emotions finding a way out of your body so that you can finally address them. So don't hold back the tears. Feel them. Let them speak to you and let them help you heal. Number three, to regulate it is to rewrite it. Let me say that one again. To regulate it is to rewrite it. Healing your body and your mind happens in small, repeatable practices. Things that you do over and over and you build into your routine so that they become a part of you, a part of how you live and grow and move through the world. Things like breathing, breath work, journaling, reflecting, prayer, submitting to God and asking for His help, and rest, finding good sleep, allowing your mind to slow down and drift. You see, safety is something that you have to practice. You have to do over and over again. It's not something that you just wait to magically appear in your life. Relate differently so that you can repair. Boundaries are actually love in action. Boundaries protect your own healing, and they teach others how to meet you in the space that you need to stay and be healed. Boundaries are a sign of love, not control. Boundaries communicate to others what is non-negotiable for you to maintain a sense of well-being. And those that love you, those that respect you, and those that want to be in your life will respect your boundaries. And to repeat is to become. You see, healing isn't a one-time revelation. It's not like something that happens and you wake up and you go, I'm healed. I mean, sometimes in the medical world that can happen miraculously because God can do anything. But generally speaking, healing from trauma and hurt and pain is repetition. It is a practice. It is waking up day after day, choosing to heal. And every time you choose truth over your own triggers, you are becoming the healed version of yourself. And that's something to feel proud of. Others will notice. Those that are close to you and love you will notice that you might seem different. You might seem more faith-filled, or maybe seem stronger, or you might be laughing more and stressing less. You know, when I think about what God promises us through this process of healing, I always come back to Isaiah 61:3. And it reads this: "To all who mourn, he will give you a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair." This verse reminds me that God never shames pain. He transforms it. But in order to transform it, you have to let it in and feel it and decide that you don't want to stay there. He doesn't ask you to hide your ashes. He asks you to hand them to him. And that's what beauty for ashes means: divine exchange, not denial. You see, your trauma is not proof that God has been absent from your life. Your trauma is the place where God's restoration story can actually begin. So, why does it hurt so much to lean into your trauma? It hurts because healing asks us to let go of the identities that once kept us safe. I'm the strong one, or I'm the silent one, or I'm the one who has it all together. I'm the one that others need to help them. A lot of that is rooted in ego, my friend. Let me just tell you. Letting go of survival mode and letting go of all those titles that you claim and own can feel terrifying when it's the only way that you've ever known how to live. But my friend, safety and strength are not the same thing. True strength is choosing softness after you've been hardened by pain. True safety is learning that you don't have to earn peace. You just have to stop fighting peace. Here's your takeaway. Trauma is information. It is not identity. Healing is the holy work of responding to that information that your trauma has provided you with, responding to that with truth, tools, and grace. Here's your journal prompt. What is one place that I still feel tempted to hide my story? Ooh, and that is a journal prompt if I've ever heard a journal prompt. Because we're good at that, right? We're good at masking and hiding our real story so that others don't look down at us or pity us or think that we're incapable. What would it look like to bring that place into the light? With God, with my journal, or with a safe person this week? That's your second prompt. What would it look like to bring that place into the light with God, with my journal, or with a safe person this week? Now, friend, we made it. You made it. Congratulations. We made it through 6 tough but necessary episodes. 3 weeks of showing up for your own healing, and I'm proud of you. I want you to hear this from my heart. You are already doing the work. Because healthy doesn't mean that you've arrived. It means that you're aware and you're growing and you're giving yourself permission to become. Another one of my favorite books, by the way. So as we close this series, I want to invite you to keep walking this out with me. I'm creating the next step, a place where we'll go deeper into the how together. And I'm not really sure what that's going to look like, my friend, whether that is a workshop or coaching or a group experience. But what I know is that it will be designed to help you live what we've been learning here on the podcast. You can join my insider email list to stay close to those decisions and announcements. And you can do that by scrolling down to the show notes on whatever platform you're listening. Or you can go to the website at bouncebackblackwoman.com and join the insider email list. And that way you'll be the first to know when the Bounce Back Live will be happening. And for those of you who don't yet know, that's our interactive workshop that's designed to help you reclaim peace and purpose. And that's where you'll learn first and foremost about what is coming next from this podcast. So make sure to sign up today. And in the meantime, remember this, my friend. Trauma is not a 4-letter word. It is part of your story, but it's not your whole story. You are proof that healing is possible, that beauty can really rise from ashes, and that every day that you choose to show up, you are bouncing back. Well, that's it for today, my friend. I really hope this episode inspired, encouraged, or just plain comforted you. If so, please share it with a friend who might be struggling in her own healing journey. And if you take a moment to leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts, you'll help other women find encouragement through their heartbreak. Remember that God is holding your hand along this journey, and guess what? I'm holding the other. Life is short, so bounce back, Black woman.